I was starting the show with Mike muted. Hey, everybody, this is a brand new day. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm glad you're here today. We have a brand new spanking episode for you today, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Our flagship topic of the day is going to be all about LinkedIn marketing, email newsletters, and more. And epiphany, some things I'm figuring out, which I will share with you. And two simple headlines, ripped from the headlines today of where I often go of LinkedIn news for some top business headlines that we can learn and apply to our businesses. These are America's 25 fastest growing jobs. And we'll touch on that, why that's so important for you and what that may mean for you. Number two, we're going to talk about OpenAI makes a healthcare push with a new chat GPT feature. I'm very excited about this. And Alphabet's market cap eclipses Apple after sharp stock rally. You may think, Ramon, that's billion-dollar people stuff. Yeah, it is, but it applies to us. So welcome to a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Appreciate you. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you got questions you want me to answer towards the end of the show, I'll be answering your questions. And I may have some cool gear in store for you. Not quite coming yet, but I got some things in the work that I'm working on. So get ready for that. But welcome to a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon. We'll be right back. All right. We're back. Headline of the day says these are America's 25 fastest growing jobs. AI engineers snagged the top spot on LinkedIn's Jobs on the Rise list, a data-backed ranking of the 25 fastest growing jobs over the past 3 years. As job seekers navigate an increasingly uncertain job landscape, the ranking highlights where opportunities exist today. The list signals trends including AI's transition from experimentation to integration. AI engineers, AI consultants, and strategists, AI ML researchers, and increasing numbers of professionals pursuing self-employed career paths, founders, strategic advisors, and independent consultants. So AI is on the rise, and the question that LinkedIn asks its audience is, what trends do you think will shape the job market this year? Interesting, and trends are often a leading indicator, sometimes a lagging indicator of what at least you need to pay attention to. Whether you're a young person who's new to the job market, you need to understand that. Whether you're a mature adult who's been in the job market a minute, you need to understand that. Whether you're a knowledge worker working for a company or any type of employee, you need to understand the trends that are happening and how they can impact your job. Or whether you're an entrepreneur, how do the trends, the fastest growing jobs, how does that impact you? And let me open up this list here and go through some of these fastest growing jobs, which could be help for you all looking for jobs. It could be a help for those of you who already have jobs, maybe understanding where to pivot. AI engineers, AI consultants and strategists, new home sales specialists, data annotators, AI ML researchers, healthcare reimbursement specialists, strategic advisors, and independent consultants, advertising sales specialists, founders, sales executives, commissioning managers, venture partners, field marketing representatives, fundraising officers, background investigators, business development executives, data center technicians, travel advisors, psychiatric nurse practitioners, quantitative researchers and analysts, financial advisors and planners, construction project leads, legal researchers, public affairs specialists, and benefits advisors. Fastest growing jobs. I believe this is going to be in the USA. Interesting to take note. My name is Ramon Ray. This is a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Danny, thanks for showing up again. Appreciate you being here and showing up, man. Welcome. Some fire with Glenn. And those of you who don't know, Glenn Lundy is the founder of Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse. It's an amazing show called Rise and Grind, an amazing app called The Morning Five. Denny, thank you for being here in all these communities. Of course, one of my favorite humans in the world, Dr. Jeannie Snyder, is here today. Hey, Dr. Jeannie, good to have you here today. Thanks for showing up and being here today. Ding, 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 ding. Another headline before we get to our main topic of the day today. OpenAI makes healthcare push with new chat GPT feature. Now, I'm excited about this. I know there are health concerns, there's privacy concerns, and I know we say, emotionally, but I want you to have a think about this. We say, oh, we need human intervention. I get it. But do you know that human doctors make X percent of mistakes too? And there's X percent of deaths in hospital. So I wonder what's the reality. I'm not a doctor, talk to your medical provider, but I wonder, how much more mistakes will AI make in diagnosing and in giving us, medical things and helping us with our bodies than doctors? I wonder in a head-to-head test, would they both be right, or maybe would the bots even be more accurate? I'm just saying people get squeamish. They don't like it. But I bet over time, the AI doctor may be faster, smarter, give their better diagnosis than the human doctor. That's just what I'm saying. But let's move on from this. My point is AI is getting into the healthcare push. I think it's very smart. I've already, when I work out, when I exercise, I've been putting some of my numbers into AI just so I can about my health and what I'm doing with my age and my height, right? So OpenAI has unveiled a new feature to help users navigate healthcare, joining other tech firms and targeting the lucrative healthcare market. ChatGPT Health will help users assess medical records and prepare for medical visits while refraining from making formal diagnosis. They don't want that liability, right? They don't want to be the company that caused somebody to die, because doctors have the insurance for that when it happens, but it can also connect users' devices and apps such as Apple Health. The product is currently waitlisted, but the company plans to open up access in the next few weeks. More than 200 million people already turn to ChatGPT for health-related questions every week, says OpenAI. I think this is a great thing on its own. But here's the nugget. And my reminder to all of us entrepreneurs, all of us business owners. And again, those of you who are here, if you have a question for me, let me know. Put it in the chat so I can get ready to answer your questions when this segment comes towards an end. But here's the lesson we can learn from OpenAI, from ChatGPT, expanding into medical services. What is the nugget you're doing that you build trust with your customers already? They know, like, and trust you, that you can extend that and you can add continued value. There's the aspect of upselling to something higher, something bigger. There's the aspect of cross-selling to something that's related, something that's similar value, but in a slightly different category. You can say, do you want to upgrade that to bigger fries? And or you got a hamburger, would you like any kind of fries with that? Both ways you can get more revenue from it. And ChatGPT AI, this billion-dollar brand, is doing it, but I think it's a lesson learned for all of us. How can we provide more value? How can Denny provide more value? How can Dr. Jeannie provide more value? How can Ayanna provide more value? Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Just a billion-dollar headline. Alphabet's market cap eclipses Apple after sharp stock rally. Google parent Alphabet's market capitalization leaped Apple's for the first time in 6 years on Wednesday, becoming the world's second largest company. After a sharp stock rally, the search giant's market cap ended at $3.88 trillion, their total valuation market cap of their company. Meanwhile, the iPhone maker closed at $3.84 trillion. Now, Apple's artificial intelligence bets have helped boost investor confidence, particularly its Gemini AI offering. So here's what I'm seeing in this. Apple is the big dog because they're making most of their money from selling the iPhone conglomeration, and iPad, and the watches, their whole suite. They own that huge brand. Every human has an iPhone. At least 60% of the humans have an iPhone on them. So Google has dominated due to search, selling advertising. That's their dominant. But now they're getting into AI, the next big thing. And the market's like, Apple's not going to be the leading player for AI. It'll just be a hardware vendor. But you know what? 3.84 billion, 3.88 billion. Who's counting? Welcome to a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, and glad you're here today. I wanted to dive in right now to the main topic of the day, my tip on LinkedIn. I've been testing, and I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm going to do it more and more, leveraging the power of LinkedIn marketing, using LinkedIn email newsletter, and testing how that drives traffic or not. So I've been testing a variety of things. And I want to go back to the bedrock ways that many of us are using LinkedIn. One is simply just posting great content and building connections, building networking, building relationships with professional people on LinkedIn. Do that. That's powerful. I do that on a regular basis. Number two is DMing people on a regular basis. I'm DMing people and building relationships. I'm doing this very successfully. Just had DM'd and got a LinkedIn accept request with a famous, very well-known luggage travel brand you all will know probably. We're going to be in talks, most likely. We'll see how it happens. My request was accepted. That's often a good sign. I'm testing out email newsletters. Not only do I have my own email newsletter, the Zone of Genius email newsletter, which thousands and thousands are on, but I'm testing now extending this to LinkedIn. So, how does LinkedIn work? How can we effectively leverage the power of LinkedIn for our businesses? One is, how are you pitching the person? Do you sound needy and just selling them? Or is there something that you know they want and you can weave that into what you want, but you can grow together? That's my best pitches. What are you posting on a regular basis in your own content? How are you leveraging LinkedIn for your own business? And I recommend that you pitch 2 to 3 people at a company, especially if it's a raw relationship, because not everybody checks LinkedIn. So I've learned that when I'm pitching a company, I pitch 2 or 3 people, and invariably one may reply to me. Don't forget to follow up, not annoyingly, but follow up in an ethical, authentic, and a good way and see, hey, how can I add value to you? And then number 3, be patient. Paciencia is so important. Be patient as you're leveraging the power of LinkedIn for your business. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. You got a question for me? Feel free to post it in the comments, post it wherever you're watching this, and I'll answer you. And if not, you can ask it on demand exactly as you're watching the replay as well. But I'm glad you're here today. As we hear this particular podcast, you could be hearing it years later. We're in January 2026. Brand new year still. And as I've talked about in Office Hours with Ramon, this is the time for strategic planning, and we're growing. We are having customers sign up to Office Hours with Ramon. Why are they doing this, Alexandria? Why are they doing this, Denny? Why are they doing this, Dr. Jeannie? Why are they doing this, Diane? And Dr. Jeannie, as a client, is at Office Hours. They're doing this because people are seeking one-to-one relationships. People are seeking help in their business. People are seeking perspective in their business. People are seeking mentorship from people they trust. I've gone to Dr. Jeannie for advice. She's helped me. I've gone to Diana for advice. So my point being is that this is what people are seeking out. And I invite you, many of you are saying, hey, Ramon, I've wanted to work with you for many years. Ramon, I see how you built 5 companies. I see how you wrote 5 books. I see you sold 3 companies. I see the thousands and thousands who you're impacting on a daily basis. Can I work with you? Before I've been saying no. Well, now I'm saying yes. And that's Office Hours with Ramon, RamonOfficeHours.com. I encourage you to check that page out. People are signing up and I'm excited about it. RamonOfficeHours.com, where we are helping people grow their businesses. Perfect for consultants, coaches, service providers, people like me that you're trying to get over that $100,000 mark. You're trying to get over that $500,000 mark. You know it's within you to build a $1, $2, $3 million business, but you're either stuck getting there or you just want to work with others and grow there together. That's what Ramon Office Hours is. I encourage you to check out RamonOfficeHours.com. Go there and see how I can help you grow your business. All right, moving forward here. Glad you all are here. Thank you. Jennifer's here saying Office Hours is amazing. Thank you, Jen, for being a part of this. Appreciate it. Appreciate you so much. And Diana is rocking at her business as well, teaching people to play piano and scaling with Facebook ads. I'm doing the same thing, Diana, using Facebook ads to grow Office Hours and grow our platform overall. Everybody, with that, it's a wrap. This is a abbreviated version, not an abbreviated version. Usually the live show I do here is between 15 and 30 minutes. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter, but it's that dose, that tip every single day, 7:30 a.m. to help you grow your business. Or we talk a bit about personal things. As I've shared, I just buried my mother. We had a beautiful wake for her on Monday, had a funeral service for her on Tuesday, and my 2 sisters teased me, and I've never given a speech quite like that before. They called me Martin Luther King. What an honor to have my sisters kind of tease me a bit, but they said, hey, Ramon, you're our MLK. That was an honor. But I received healing for some things, our family, for things I was going through during that funeral service. So there's a little personal side of me. Now you know, and I'm excited. I'll be a 2-time grandfather. My daughter had a baby already in August, and my son and his wife are with child as well. They'll be having a baby in a few months. So that's Ramon's journey. I'll be 54 this year, and I'm very focused on thinking, how do I make a better impact, a bigger impact, a more impactful impact in the world before, yes, I pass away, but not even thinking of that, just over the next 2, 3, 4 years, how do I set myself up for more success, better stability, and how can I help other people? Love this question from Alexandra Nicole. Alexandra, I know why you're asking these questions, because you know when I launch this giveaway program, you're going to be like, Ramon, I've asked you 400 questions this year. You better send me some swag, Ramon. Alexandria, how do you balance relevance, with integrity? Alexandria, this is a deep question. I should send you a link and bring you up to the live show. But how do you balance relevance with integrity? I think the balance for me, let me explain to Alexandria how I do it. And by the way, anybody has questions for me, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll answer them live right here. You're helping somebody else when you ask a question. But here's how. Here's how I balance integrity with relevance. First and foremost, I am leaning into more and more, Alexandria, that I can only show up and be the best version of Ramon. I can only be the best version of Ramon. I can only be that. And I shift every now and then and trying to be other people, different people. It's harder for me. I have a lot of things inside my own head. But when I show up as the best version of Ramon, that's the authentic self. As I shared in the last example from my mother's funeral, I wasn't sure what I would share. Many of you don't know the personal side of me. I have two sides, the public side and my business and all that, but I'm very, very active in my church community, which is a whole another world. But I gave a talk that I wasn't sure how to be well received, because it wasn't the typical talk. My mother, and it was a good woman, and she made me peanut butter and oatmeal and the quivering lip and mama, I love you. It wasn't that typical talk that many normal would give, because my mother was in full-time ministry. She has to understand, when my father died almost 26 years ago, we had over 1,000 people at his funeral. Most people don't have that. So my mother died. We had a church full of about 500, 600, 700 people at her funeral. Couple hundred people. That's huge. And I didn't give the typical about my mother's speech, because most of her life was in service to other people. And so I don't have those kind of feelings that most people would have. My mama, and she would cradle me and blah, blah, blah. She was serving others. And I was raised by multiple good mothers in a communal home. Now you're learning more about me. So the testimony I gave about her was about the need for full-time ministry and other things that we talk about, in the doors of our church. And I opened a lot of things. I talked about a lot of things. I went very raw, went very vulnerable. I stepped on a few toes, but I ended it on a high note, almost to a standing ovation. One of our senior pastors got up and hugged me. He's a father figure in my life. I love that man so much. And that's the talk I gave. So, Alexandra, to answer your question, that's how I'm the authentic part of me, or the relevance of the integrity part of me, authentically, I guess, being who I am. And then the relevance is, as Seth Godin says, Alexandria, if I raise the flag of who Ramon is, if I raise the flag of what I'm doing, then those who see that and are attracted to that, they will come. I'm not doing reverse. I'm not seeing who's out there and how can I go reach other people. You feel what I mean? I'm saying, here's who I am. I love humor. I love a fast laugh. I talk fast. I'm all over the place. And here's what I do. Here's what I built, though. I got the receipts, built 5 businesses, authored 5 books, sold 3 books, produced events, gone live daily, been on the Damon John and Seth Godin and Simon Sinek and Lisa Nichols and Cody Sanchez. All these have been on my stage or shared a stage with me. I've interviewed President Obama, got selfies with Ivanka Trump. I can go on. So I have the receipts. So I'm being me, and I'm saying, if you want to follow that, if I can help you along your journey, then please join me. So, Alexandria, that's what I'm doing. Jennifer, to answer your question, well, there's no contest yet, but my vision is, as we build Rundown with Ramon, to reward those who show up live and or who comment, and have some sort of system to do that. It's not going to be anything you can apply for. It's just about showing up. And so I'm thinking out, should I have some swag? That's kind of on my to-do list. One of my colleagues is working on that, I believe. And or one of the brand deals I'm working on is some cool, it's like, this brand, and they make luggages. And so I'm thinking of maybe integrating that with them, and every month or so send somebody like a dope, amazing luggage swag or something. So that's what I'm working on. Listen, we're going to come to an end here. Appreciate y'all being with me today. Those who are joining live and those who are not seeing the show live, join us on demand. Anytime you do, watch the replay. We post this content at zoneofgenius.com. And so don't miss out. Go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, and subscribe right now. But yes, Alexandria, attracting those who are aligned with your authentic self. We attract, we don't chase. Appreciate you being here, Alexandria. And definitely check out what what Alexandra is doing at EYGEvents.com, EYGEvents.com. Check her out. And Ayanna, love her brand, love how she shows up. I'm one of her worst piano students because I had a lot going on this month, but I hope to get back in the saddle and get to my piano lessons and do the things I'm doing. You can check out Ayanna if you want to learn piano lessons and more at themusicalweb.com. And I will say, I got a lot I'm doing this year. Join me to meet John Maxwell and more at the Scale with Stability Summit. I'll be hosting that conference. Join me at the Youth Leadership Conference coming up here in a few weeks at iyms.world. I'll be keynoting there. Join me at Creative Con coming up, Creative Con with an 8. In February, I'll be hosting Creative Con with Jim Quick and the former president of VaynerX and David Meltzer and so many others may be there. And it's going to be a great time. So with that, everybody, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Dr. Will Moreland's in the house, and I'm telling y'all something. Guess what? Me and Dr. Will are planning something, people. The Great Grits Debate. Do you put sugar or salt on grits? You don't want to miss out that live experience. It's going to be on January 20th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. January 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Great Grits Debate. Does sugar or salt go on grits? Netflix don't know what's going to hit them. Netflix has no clue what's coming to the stage. This is going to be an amazing showcase of intellectual fortitude. It's not, you know what? See, now Dr. Will, you got me just all flummoxed now. It's not going to even be intellectual fortitude. It's not going to even be, let me just stop. But yes, Ayanna, your birthday, remind us of that. So Dr. Will and I can sing happy birthday to you on your birthday. Hold on one second. Let me just read this. 1 second, people. Let me just read what Alexandra wrote. My glasses, I can't see too well. Let me just hold on 1 second. I'm team. What's it? Let me see. I can't see it. I'm team. See, Alexandra. See, you just messed up now. You just messed up, Alexandra Nicole. You just messed up. Nah, don't be on the wrong side of history. Dr. Will saying it's not really debate. I'm gonna whip this boys. I'm gonna crush Dr. Man. See, let me just stop. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Let me get back to my show. Be blessed, y'all. Have an amazing day. Thank you, show up, for being here. Make an impact, make a positive impact, because the world needs us to show up and be the best versions of ourselves that we can. Be blessed. That was a good show. Y'all are too much. See, this is what I'm talking about. I knew my true people are there. Salt and butter. Come on now. Listen, I love y'all. See y'all January 20th for the Great Grits Debate with Dr. Will Moreland, Ramon Ray. And we may have some surprise guests of some people you may know as well who'll be here. We reach out to some friends of ours to be there. All right. Be blessed. Have a good day. Thanks.